We are live. We are live. Hey, everybody. We're live this morning. Me and Jamie here on this hump day, Wednesday, October the 16th. Gonna see what the see what the market has to offer us this morning. Right? All right. Jamie, take it away, Jack.
All right, people. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up slightly, 0.20%. The S&P is down a little bit, 0.07%, and the Nasdaq is down 0.31%. Russell 2K is up a little, 0.05%, and the VIX is up 1.55%. That's happening. Europe is mixed, with FTSE being the only one up, 0.88%. In Asia is also mixed, with Shanghai being the only one up slightly, 0.05%. Wow. So we had a little bit of a situation yesterday with this is SPX on the 15-minute.
What was the situation?
I'm about to tell you. When it
All right.
opened, looked like we was gonna be all right, and then the drop off. What actually happened was, I'm not saying that this is the only thing that caused it, but if you recall on yesterday, ASML was reporting, and ASML, I'm going to use the word accidentally leaked, and I'm going to
I
put
was
that
going to
in
say they're reporting today, weren't they?
quotation,
Oh.
accidentally leaked in quotation.
Oh.
On their website, their
Mm,
information got out early
mm,
for what their numbers were. And
mm,
apparently the market didn't take too kindly. And
mm.
then all of a sudden, now I'm not one to just blame one company for doing all of this, but I will say this. If you look at Triple Q, we'll use Triple Q as an example. Triple Q being the ETF, right? So I always look at what are the top 5 holdings, because that can pretty much control what's happening a lot of times with what's going on with the ETF. So in Triple Q, the top holdings, 8.7% is Apple, 8.4% is Nvidia, 7.7% is Microsoft, Broadcom is 5.4%,
Mhm.
Meta is 5.12%. Amazon pulls that up at almost 5% after that. So when something is going down with Triple Q, for example, I'm looking at these top 5 or 6 to say, well, what's going on with them that could be causing that?
Mhm.
ASML is not necessarily a hitter in Triple Q. That's not to say it's not a hitter in some of the other things that it's in. But the other flip side of that situation is we got issues with China and tariffs and all kind of stuff that are happening at the same time. And so those things are actually starting to um, show itself in various ways. This is SOXL, and again, they have Broadcom in their top in their top 3. Broadcom and Nvidia are in the top 3 over here on this side.
Mhm.
So that's just something to be aware of. Um, that there's multiple players that's happening in all of these. So I usually don't assume that there's a one for one, but when something like ASML is reporting, um, and the way it went down, it wouldn't surprise me if that had a major impact on what was happening. Uh,
Okay.
but I never want to blame it, just to be on the safe side. But it could be involved.
It could
All
be
right,
involved.
could be involved. So for this morning, of course, ASML, they reported. We had the banks that we went over on yesterday. I'm more concerned about, not to say concerned, but I'm noticing that after the close today, we have Discover. which you hardly ever hear about Discover. I
That's
hear
true.
about American Express. I would say American Express and Discover are the ones I hear about the least.
Right.
I hear about Capital One more than I hear about American Express and Discover.
Mm-hmm.
But Equifax is also reporting as well after the market today. And then tomorrow, of course, is Taiwan Semiconductor before the open with Infosys. Blackstone Group is also reporting, and I think that is of some significance as well. Um, After the close on Thursday is Netflix, and I'm pretty sure those numbers will be interesting because ever since they started curbing people sharing passwords and stuff, they've seemed to have been able to boost their membership.
Mm-hmm.
So that has worked in their favor. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then
It
we have
doesn't hurt that Netflix really has good, like good showings, so that people really still want Netflix. It's one thing if people say, if you say, we're gonna start making you pay for it, and you're like, I don't really care if I have it or not, then people are like, okay. But if what you got is what people want, then they're like, well, let me go on and just get on out my account to pay.
yeah. They also, started. They built in ad, built in ads
Yes.
in there that they didn't do
Mm-hmm.
before. So,
Mm-hmm.
but then they could also change your pricing based on all that stuff. So,
Yeah, if you don't want the ads, yeah.
yeah. So you got more banks coming in on Friday before the open. So again, XLF, if you're into if you're into sector ETFs, XLF is something that I would say you might want to pay attention to. That's the financial sector. All right. Let's talk about our Forex factory calendar. We got one thing being reported on the Forex factory is a yellow folder that was at 8:30. It was import prices month over month. That was it.
Okay.
Neutral impact to the economy.
Mm.
But we all know it's not that simple on investing.com.
Yeah, no.
It's never that simple on investing.com. One stars starting at 7 o'clock this morning. We had the NBA 30-year mortgage rate, the NBA mortgage application week over week, and the NBA purchase index, as well as the mortgage market index and the mortgage refinance index. All neutral impact to the economy. That was at 7 o'clock at 8:30. One star. Those were all one stars too that I just named. Export price index year over year for September. The only two-star at 8:30 was the export price index month over month for September. The other one was year over year. Sorry, I might have said month over month. Year over year for September. That one was a little higher than projected. So that was a little bit of a ding to the economy. The import prices year over year for September was neutral impact. That was a one star, two stars for the import price index month over month for September. Again, that was a little bit higher than projected. At 2 o'clock, the federal budget balance for September is a two-star event. And then the 4:30 two-star event is the API weekly crude oil stock. So that is what's happening with that. We probably so there's no earnings or investing.com um, uh, Forex Factory calendar main events that are happening after 2 o'clock today. So depends on how much credence you put into the federal budget balance sheet.
Mm-hmm.
We know some people see that differently than others. As far as tech is concerned, for all you Kindle lovers, apparently they came out with a screen that's going to be color. I don't know if that's
Oh.
good or bad, but I know some of y'all love your Kindle. Um, so just be aware that that's a new product that is coming your way very, very soon. Airbus is cutting 2,500 jobs in defense and space, which I do not understand since that space race is a thing that's happening. I don't get it, but it's not meant for me to get. Apparently, all right. So, so this is what's happening for SPX. The breakout has not occurred as of yet. It is definitely trying. There was no gap up or gap down between yesterday and today, right? So that is of note. When it closed, it was 58.17.87, opened at 58.16.58. So there was no big gap up or gap down to start the morning. Russell is trying to break its way on out. The sellers don't seem to be having it though. They're not trying to hear what you're trying to say, player.
Player. I
So
did see you did SPX yesterday. Look at you.
yeah, I do SPX in
No,
myself.
yeah, because you were like SPX. You said you had divorced SPX.
I did. I every once in a while I might see opportunity, and we'll holler.
I broke
You
up with
know,
she.
we get together for a little coffee. You know what I'm saying?
Do you even
As
drink
soon
coffee?
as as soon as we start talking, I remember why we broke up in the first place. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna need another break.
I know why I quit fooling with you.
I know why I quit fooling with you. This is the
Hmm.
reason I quit messing around with you.
Messing around. We're doing the mess around.
Yeah.
Everybody do the mess around.
So there is on the 15-minute chart, there is a gap here
Ooh, we're doing the mess around.
that was
Everybody
created.
do the mess around.
Gap right here.
I'm having my own fun. Y'all already know that somebody was talking to me about how you like, or listen, you a vibe all by yourself. You just be chilling and doing your thing. I'm like, well, nobody to talk to on there, so I got to entertain myself. Have
Yeah,
to
man.
entertain myself.
Here we go. SPX had a gap up. I mean, I'm sorry. Russell 2K had a gap up. SPX did not. So this was a gap up, and it looks like it's trying to push its way on up.
SMCI is a 0.25 gap. Who has this? Sorry, a 0.25 gap.
I don't
Uh,
know what that means, but okay.
Instead of a point 0.5, not gap, a point 0.5 spread or point 0.1 or one spread, it's got a 0.25 spread.
We were looking at
I
who's we
know.
looking at recently. One of those recently we was looking at in the on the call credit spread side. It had a mixture of all kind of spreads.
Mm.
It was point 0.5. There was a 2 spread. There was a 5 spread. It was all like in a similar number range. I was like, this is weird.
This is weird.
All right. So that's what we got going on for
Let
Russell.
me stay focused. Zip it in focus. I do have Adam almost. I mean, it's ready. I just need to put it in. I need to load it here, but it is ready.
So for you, those of you trading the breakout, it ain't quite broken out quite yet.
Janae said
But
they halted DJT. Too much interference. It dropped like $5. Give me a break. Well, you already know.
uh, you know,
You already know. We're in
hello, who am I?
the early voting. I guess started yesterday here. I want to say yesterday or the on Monday here, and they were talking about the number of people that went to early voting was like some record breaking number.
I didn't know you could do it this early.
Hmm. It's already started. Let's get it started in here.
All right.
Let's get it started.
I'm gonna have to find out where I can do that at because I would much rather avoid the crowd.
Yeah, I'm not a crowds person either. I don't do well with crowds.
Right. I'm looking for any tickers that anybody might have. I will pull up Spy because we know Spy is a favorite
A fan favorite.
around these parts. Look at that drop. Whew. I see you. Poor thing.
Okay. What are we po-thanging about? The
The
drop?
drop on the SPX or SPY.
I'm fine with that at this point.
That means you got a call credit spread somewhere.
Got
Yeah.
a little thing going on.
Yeah.
Got a thing going on.
It's called ulterior motives, people.
Yeah, it is. And ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ulterior
Okay. Are you good to go? Good for me to go with Adam?
motives.
Okay.
I,
Okay. Mail-in ballots too. Race it, avoid the crowds and avoid the crazies or the Karens. Well, don't start me. Anyway, this is Adam's numbers. Bears took control yesterday in SPX, triggering the first short since October 7th on the loss of 58.45. 58.16 was the target, and SPX agrees. Now we're glued here since 2 p.m. yesterday. The Bears retain control. Control. The Bears got control. There we go. Bulls must push fast to see 58.28 to 32 and 58.42 plus. If 58.07 fails, then we sell again to 57.92, then 57.83. Right? I was trying to see where we are as far as there's a 50 point gap between the ES and the SPX. So if you're looking at Adam's numbers, there's about a 50 point gap between those two. Let's see, where are we on SPX? SMCI was looking at that gap on SMCI gapped up and came back down. The semiconductors they struggling. They on the struggle bus. It's on the struggle bus. Let me see. Come on, Cletus. I wonder who Cletus is. How did he get into that statement when people say, "Come on, Cletus"?
you assuming it's just one of them.
That's true.
I got a feeling it was multiple.
There could be some Cleti, some
Yep.
Cletuses, some cle. That's is too close to inappropriate words. So
That's funny.
that is too close to the inappropriateness. So let's pull up. We're gonna pull up, pull up, pull up. I'm like on the Denzel Washington flight movie. Pull up, pull up, pull up. All right. We were looking at SPX. Stay focused, zip it in focus. 58.12. It looks like it had a little bit of a dip here, but you're right. It's still kind of hanging in the zone. It hasn't did the breakout, as you say. It's still kind of, because this is the first candle. It's pretty wide. It's just kind of dancing around in there, trying to figure out what it's going to do. We're still hovering around the VWAP, which is a little early for VWAP to really get good data, but it's still kind of dancing around it. But this is a recovery candle. The high of this candle is 58.14. We're at 58.12. So there is a little something happening. We'll see what happens as it continues to make its decision at VWAP, right? I was just talking about SMCI. SMCI, come on. No, I want you over here, SMCI. There we go. SMCI had a little bit of a gap up, came back down, filled the gap completely. These long wicks are saying we kind of got a little bit of thing. We ready to go on back some more. Maybe it's ready to go up some more now that it's filled its gaps. It is bullish. I was looking at it's got 0.25 spread, so $25. And actually that 0.25 spread was paying like that 0.25 spread was paying $5 or $6. It actually ended up being like today's Wednesday. So on Wednesday we can look for some stuff that we can get in for Friday. Right? I'll switch over to the alerts here in a minute. SMCI. Hope y'all can see that, and you can. See how we got 0.25 spreads? It's 45, 45, 25, 45, 50, 40. Oh, this then it jumps by 50 cent. depending on where you are. These back here, these are, like you said, it was random because 25 here, 25, 25, all of these in the 44s are in $25 range. And if you're looking at probability out of the money, if you're looking like at 75, 76, you're at 45, 25, and 45, which, so for a 45, 25, no, not a back ratio. A 45, 25, 45, it's paying $5 for a 25 spread. That's a, what, 40% return? Of course, I would widen the spread to 44.75 is a 50-cent spread paying $10. And if you went to 43, there's no 43.25. That's a $75 spread paying $25. Ooh, these are weird. This is weird. This is weird. That's more than a 75. Anyway, there's that. Let's go look at the alerts. Let's look at something that don't look as weird. Come on. Somebody told me that Peakbot has started a zero DTE. I had to send some messages yesterday, and I don't know if I got a reply back from Dylan. It was last night, so it was late for me when I sent the message. But I was like, "Wait, there's a zero DTE in Peakbot? Ain't nobody told me nothing." Okay, it's a subdomain partner of ours, but yeah, we launched with him 2 weeks ago, specifically to his mastermind class and soft launch to the public. Uh, public. Let me get some answers. Because if we're gonna have an automated zero DTE, we're gonna have to talk. Okay. So these are our alerts for the days. At this point, this alerts population happens every 5 minutes. It recalculates every 5 minutes. Let's go look at, well, we don't have to go look together, but y'all look at SOXL 32.5, 36.5. XOP is there. I actually made some a trade off XOP. I did it as a credit spread. It's got it as an iron condor there. Y'all see XOP here in the middle. XOP and XBI. I don't know who XBI is. Coin is on here, which I thought coin was moving in one direction, and AMAT is here. 180 and 192.5. Okay, let's go look at our option chains and see if we see anything of interest to us. Okay, SOXL. We got 32.5. 32.5, which would be 31.5, 32.5 is paying $23, right? And then on the other side, 36.5, 36.5, 37.5, paying another 19. So 40, 42, $41 you could pull in on SOXL as an iron condor because it's showing up on it showed up on the alert. When you have both of these uncovered, that means that it's showing neutral, right? If it's only one-sided, then they only show you one side. Affirm is showing put credit spread, which that should be good. U is put credit spread. UVXY put credit spread. Coin, not coin is MSTR is a one spread too. I mean, one is a one side put credit spread. Let's go then look at XOP. XOP is the oil and gas. XOP 132 is this is a 0.5 spread way up here. 132, I'm going to change this to a one spread. 132, 131 is paying 17 or $18. And then 136 is paying 30. So about $48. Price must be climbing. That's about $48 for XOP. That's almost a one for one, a 50-50. You put in 48, you put in 52, they put in 48. That's a good risk to reward. 50-50 on XOP. And AMAT is applied materials, 180. This is a 2.5. 181, 177.5 is $42, right? And then 192.5, another 70. So 112, putting up 2.5. That's almost a one for one too. If you get 125 and they pay 125 or something close, then you've got a one for one on AMAT. Of course, you could just do the one side as well. You could just do the call credit spread side. These are all for Friday expirations, right? Looking at these alerts dot use Peakbot, peakbot.com. Okay, alerts.use peakbot.com. While we're here, let's go ahead and look at where we are in the chart your way to 100K. Let's see where we are. We've got so many people, over 60 people, as last I checked, which was last night, that have signed up for Chart and Trade. Chart and Trade is a 6-week program that is going to take you from beginner's level as far as, charting, technical analysis a little bit, some indicators. Then we're going to work on strategies. Don't be playing with me. Taking it too long to respond. Let's HTTP. There we go. But yeah, so we've got, as of yesterday or last night, we had 60 people who had signed up and registered for it. Right? We've got a 6-week program, weekly assignments, private community, bonus resources, all the stuff, special pricing. We started at $1. Ward is on with us and he got the $1 and joined, and everybody's gone up by $1 from there. $62 is the current price. It's the $497 program, which really is worth more than that. But that's the price I would have sold it for if I was selling it outright. But we've got at least 62 people. It's more than that because some people got it for the same price. So we've got 62 folks. Y'all, I hope y'all are passing the word to your people as the price keeps climbing, 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 climbing. I actually need to do a video today that is going to talk about it. And preferably my editor will be able to turn it around quickly. Okay, let's see. This was our alerts. And then if you're also looking here, you've got the 1 DTE with the iron condors. There we are, 1 DT on the iron condors. And you could decide at any time of the day that you want to go ahead and enter these. The bot, if you do it automated, then automatically it populates at noon, right? But you can enter these whenever you want. You can enter these at any part of the day. You got SPY, IWM, XSP, Triple Q, SPX, and NDX. And it gives you the strike prices that you can use. It's a one spread. It tells you over here about how much money you're going to take in for premiums. Yeah, you can make it do what it do. For SPX, you do a 1 DTE and take in $200. Them some good money. So even if you decide you're going to take in your 200 and you closing it for $50 or closing it for 100, you're keeping $100 the next day. This is not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. And I got a few videos on my channel that talk about how to use these alerts. So if you're on my channel, hopefully you're liking and subscribing and putting in your thumbs up and all those good things that you do when you're on a YouTube channel. If you want to send a super chat to us at any time, we would appreciate it because we're here every day for the free. We're here for the free every day, giving you jokes, laughs, and trading information. All right, here's our list for the week. Most of you should have seen it by now, but there's the list of our trades for the week, right? And then we were talking about chart and trade. Jim, you got anything else you want to add?
Sorry. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
All right. No, I'm good.
All righty. Well, then let's keep it pushing. I need to go teach one more time. I teach a whole week's worth of material in a day. Got to ride fast. I told my kids you have to ride hard. I said, did anybody here ride horses? And they just looked like, no, lady, we don't ride horses.
You barely ride cars.
So when you got to get somewhere fast on a horse, you got to ride hard. So what means we got to ride hard and fast. Oh, okay. All right, our declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account is growing more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war and our fingers to fight. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen. 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 All righty, everybody. I want you to do a couple of things today. First, I want you to kind of stay warm because it's a little breezy outside today. If you're anywhere where it's cool, it's a little breezy. Tanya, make sure we talk because I'm supposed to be coming up there this weekend. And I need to see about the weather up there. Um, I want you to do two things. Stay green, get this money. Alrighty. I want y'all to have a great green day. I'll see y'all in the market. Goodbye, everyone. Bye bye. Bye, Jamie.